see here. You know what? Girl, that's just gonna have to work today, baby. I feel like every single time I press record or I am starting a live stream, y'all, I feel like it's like on a different like angle each time. Hold up. You know what? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Well, that's not helping. Ugh. Here we go. Here we go. A professional would already have this set up. But anything but, my darling, anything but. You know what? That works, I think. That works. Now, let me. Oh, girl. Let me not knock over this microphone real quick. But, hello, y'all. How are y'all doing? What's up? What's up? I think I'm like a minute late, unfortunately, today. I saw White Wolf saying something in the chat just beforehand. Oh, Mystic Wolf, not White Wolf. Mystic Wolf. Um, so, hello, Mystic Wolf. Howdy, y'all. Second day in a row of me live streaming at the same exact time. What is up? Come on, one might think that I'm getting my life together. Isn't that fabulous? All right, here. Ooh, all right, I think we have. Girl, well, do we want this? Let me see. Can I like? All right, it's kind of out of frame now. There we go. There we go. Come on. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Velca. You're watching me on your TV and chatting on my phone. Girl, come on now. That's how you do it, right? I can finally tell my family. It's like, look, Mom, I'm on television. How do I look on HD television? Don't tell me. How are you doing, Sandy? I had like just posted the water signs, the weekly water signs. I know I said I was gonna get the monthlies up for the water signs as well, but I think I'm gonna wait until in this weekend to post the water signs, the monthly water signs for them, just because you know, like I feel like it's kind of just like not necessary for me to post like boom, like double readings for the same sign. So I'm gonna wait until the weekend for that. I'm really excited because you guys can kind of see it and kind of sort of on this side. I also got my ivy and I could turn on the. I have like lights mixed in, like multiple like lights mixed into the ivy as well. I need to like spruce up this side a little bit more. But yeah, I got the ivy in, so I've been like finagling with that a little bit. Girl, I am anything but DIY. Like, if y'all saw my latest video, like I'm a creative person. I have a vision in my mind, baby. But when it comes to actually executing it, it's a journey. We'll just say that it's a journey. Even me setting up just like wrapping up some vines and like putting it together has been a moment because it probably would be easier for me to just put some clear tape over it just to have it stay there, but that'd make things a little bit too easy, huh? You're working from home? So am I. I'm doing good. Hey, how do I say your name? Deirdre? 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 I say like your name like 10 times wrong. Hello, howdy. I'm doing pretty all right today. I would say I'm like a 5 out of 10 today. You know, I think there's like a part of me that's like, nothing honestly is really in specific wrong. I think I'm just like now finally starting to like, it sounds weird, but I think a little bit of the adrenaline through all the chaos for the past couple weeks is finally like coming down. And so now I'm just like emotionally catching up with everything. So I just been doing a little bit of a detoxing in that regard. But honestly though, I'm still like happy we thriving, baby. Obviously since I'm on a live stream today, right? But Deirdre. I apologize. Anytime I like start trying to pronounce a name, we're trying to figure out how to say it. I'll like say it a million times. Deirdre. How are you doing, Deirdre? What did y'all have to eat today, or what are y'all planning on eating? Today for me, all I had was some goldfish, and I think that's all I'm gonna be having today is some goldfish since I had a little bit too many honey. I had a whole school of goldfish. Let's say that I had a whole school of goldfish. I think I'm good on my calories for today, for my food for today. So rest of this evening, we're gonna be having some water, darling. Fabulous. Hello, Scotland. Hello, Sophia. Mm. Really bad but delicious Caribbean food. Ooh, that sounds lovely. You know what I've been craving recently has been a Greek salad. I feel like a Greek salad would just be fabulous. So, but I don't think there's like a Greek or Mediterranean place around here. Actually, that's a lie. I think there actually is. I think I would have to just like look through the Uber Eats or like look for through a delivery service. But I'm not really big on delivery service because it's just so expensive, right? I feel like delivery service is just like one of those things you do when you want to just like treat yourself. I say this as if I didn't order a smoothie the other day from like twice actually a smoothie the past few days. So I guess I can't. I guess I'm feeling pretty bougie, I suppose, if that's my mindset, huh? Mushrooms and risotto. Ooh, you know, I don't think I've ever had risotto. All right, so for those that are not aware, I'm going to be starting out this live stream. Hey, Crystal Marie, it's been a biscuit since I've seen you. How you doing, girl? I'm going to be starting out. Let me put on my chapstick. Um, I am going to be doing a little bit of a general spread first in a few minutes. I'm going to just be pulling some cards here for just some general messages, and we're going to just be hanging out. I'm going to do some readings, right, for some people, right? But really, I want to just be able to like chat and catch up with y'all. Hey Mav, I'm doing pretty alright. When you said the psychic development thing last stream, it reminded me of the stream prior to that. What was in the stream prior? What did I say in the stream prior to that? I don't remember. It's all a blur. It's all a blur. That's like the one thing it's not a bad thing with my channel, but it is like that's the one thing that like does like bother me with my channel is that I post so often. So it's like, I mean, I think I have like over 1,000 videos, almost like 1,000 videos on my channel at this point, and so it's like hard for me to like keep track of everything. You've been dealing with a hurricane? Oh man, Crystal Marie, were you in New Orleans or are you in Hurricane Ida's like path? Because I know Miss Ida's like going off into Philly. I think it was New Jersey, Philly. It's crazy that's how that storm is impacting everybody. I have some friends that are in Louisiana. And thankfully, they're all. I think I've heard from everybody. I've heard from most people. I've heard back from most people. Everyone is doing pretty okay. One of my best friends, she just got back to her house, and she said that she was thankfully didn't experience any damage. So that makes me really happy. But I know a lot of people have been in really unfortunate circumstances, which just sucks, right? I am from Florida. My young childhood years were in Florida. So I'm very familiar with hurricane season. So I know the struggle I know on some level the struggle that some of y'all are going through. You got hit bad in New York? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you guys are doing at least okay enough to be hanging out with me on a live stream, right? Hey Brandy, how are you doing, Miss Brandy? Let's see here. Thank you. It's I was just talking about it with a friend. I had a private consultation with a friend. We had just fabulous conversation, and she I don't know if she wants me saying her name. I'm not gonna say her name in case, but we were just having fabulous conversation, and I was giving her some advice in terms of some crystal work and some grids and all that. That actually reminds me I need to send her some stuff later. But yeah, I was having a little bit of a I was having a private consultation with somebody earlier today, and yeah, we were just going off about crystals, and we honestly were talking about so much stuff. It was so fabulous. It was a fabulous conversation. Lots of flooding in New York City. You were extremely lucky. I'm glad that you're doing okay, Sandy. I'm doing pretty all right, Brandy. You know, I always like to tell people it's like if I have nothing to complain about, then I have to be doing at least pretty good, huh? Let's see here. I'm doing like a quick little general spread for people, just for those that like see this in the future, see what messages we have here, what insight we have going on. So we have right now, I don't even feel like I need to pull any more cards. Ace of Wands in the back of the deck. Come on, fabulousness. Whoever this is for, it's going to be a lovely reading. So I pulled the King of Pentacles with the Two of Wands, as well as the Judgment card and the Sun card. So come on, Major Arcantas. Miss Major Arcanta is coming in here. This is all about, for speaking of an individual who has been doing a lot of planning in terms of, I want to say like a bigger project. This wouldn't be taking me by surprise for an individual that has been really setting the groundwork for quitting their job and becoming a little bit more self-employed, or at the very least, I'm pretty guilty at telling people it's just like, oh, quit your job, baby. I don't mean like necessarily quitting your job, but at the very least opening up a new stream of revenue or trying to monetize something, right? With that King of Pentacles here. So there's been a lot of planning here, and either the action has just started or the action's about to be happening, darling, with the Judgment card and the Sun card coming in here. I do get this sense of like nervousness. Whatever big plans some individuals doing, right? Because I guess I've been speaking in terms of financial, but it could just be general planning and just planning in general. Whatever brings forth a lot of stability, but it doesn't come without its own risks, right? And so with this Judgment card and the Sun card coming in here, this is very much so kind of just like an extremely positive message, which is nice for those that are about to be taking action on something that they feel really unsure about, you know, but still having the courage to be taking action on it with the Sun card, darling. I mean, it's nothing but fabulousness, right? In this regard. And let's do one more card. Ace of Cups, come on now, Ace of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Wands in the back of the deck. Whoever has been doing this long-term planning for a while now and is like ready to like pull the trigger on like whatever it is that they've been wanting to pull the trigger on, baby, it's gonna be looking so fabulous for y'all. Also, can we just appreciate y'all? Listen to me. It's like, oh, compliment me, compliment me. No, but yesterday's live stream, I was in all blue. And then in today's live stream, I'm in all red, kind of. Even though these are two different shades of red, I'm pretty sure. Baby, it's still working out. We making it work. I can't wrap a red blanket around me because unfortunately, that's what I'm using the table for. But we can pretend, right? We can pretend. Your town flooded as well. Hey, Astra Magics. How are you doing? I love that you called me Velma. I used to wait a few years ago. I used to always just say Jinky. I don't know why, but that used to be like my phrase. I would always just say was Jinkies, referencing from Scooby Doo from Velma. So it makes me laugh whenever I see people. It's usually a typo when people call me Velma or like Velka with a K. But it always makes me smile because for like probably a solid year, I used to just always say Jinkies to everything. And it would always like get such funny reactions out of people because everyone knows Jinkies, right? Everyone knows Scooby-Doo. And so whenever I say it, it always would just make people smile and catch them off guard. Maybe I should just bring that back, right? Don't feel bad at all. Throat chakra is now the root chakra. Yeah, I should. I think I actually have like, I don't know if I have hats for all the chakra colors, but I know I have colors for shirt colors for each of the chakras. Oh my goodness, y'all. So, what do we even have to be discussing today, y'all? I do plan on, y'all can start anticipating as well a lot more spiritual videos, especially this weekend. I actually have quite a few spiritual videos planned for this weekend. And I'm going to be starting to introduce general readings, daily general readings as well, where it's not zodiac specific, because I know I have some peeps that... surprisingly, I'm not really sure how they found me otherwise, but some people don't really resonate with just like zodiac specific stuff and they like general messages. And so I'm going to be starting to incorporate some daily just tarot messages for those that feel called to it. So I'm going to be probably introducing that tonight as well. So something to be looking forward to. Because I know some people, yeah, there's just like times where you don't want to be looking at your zodiac message. And so it's just like, you know what, why not? You know, why not just do that extra step? Because, you know, anytime for me to, any excuse to do some more uploads, y'all. Anytime, I don't need much of an excuse to be showing up on y'all's YouTube feeds, right? Y'all gonna get sick of seeing my face though, real quick, huh? Hey. I was gonna say, call you by your real name. Hey, Potsbox, how you doing? How you doing? How is your day? hope you're doing good. I saw your story post that you started writing again, so I'm really excited to be seeing what comes of that. I'm really excited about that. Yes, go all out with the videos. I'm glad you are looking forward to it. That's one thing I'm kind of like self-conscious about. I always tell people too, whoever, anytime like my friends like in real life or anything are just like, "Oh, what's your channel?" Like, let me subscribe to it. I always tell people, it's like, don't feel the need to subscribe to it, because it's like I post so much every single week. So it's just like I'm never offended when someone doesn't subscribe to me, because it's just like, I mean, eventually you'll get tired of seeing this face, baby. That reminds me, I need to be turning on some music. I'm assuming y'all can hear me okay, since y'all have been engaging with me. But if I'm a little quiet, let me know and I can speak up a little bit louder. It's out of my nature to speak louder, but I can definitely do that if y'all can't hear me properly, because y'all are pretty far away, because this mic isn't plugged in to my phone right now. Let's see here. I want to put on some music though. I feel like my streams are never my streams without some type of music, baby, right? Let me know if the music's too loud. I don't think the mic will even catch it, but girl, we'll find out. You're a Cancer? I thought you were a Cancer. I thought you were either a Cancer or a Pisces. I wasn't sure which. I'm coming through loud and clear? Yes. That's what we're wanting, baby. That is exactly what we're wanting. So, am I no longer doing Dark Lord or Lady Tarot messages? You don't know if the past situation... I appreciate your compliment, Mystic. You don't know if the past situation affects that. It didn't affect it whatsoever. If anything, it's going to be better for my own personal channel. Just because I had to like turn down my music. It's going to be better just for my own personal channel, because when I was providing the content for another channel beforehand, I was just providing it for the other channel, and there was a part of me that was bothered by that as well, because I was like, well, no, I want this content for mine. But now that I am just putting sole focus on my own channel, and it's gonna be fabulous, darling. I have so much planned for it, but it's more so like I'm trying to figure out how I want to have everything. But no, if anything, you're going to be seeing a lot more cult-related stuff now than what you were seeing beforehand, just because of that newfound freedom, darling. But I am going to have to admit, it'll probably be like a few weeks before I start introducing those. We'll see. Because that is the thing that I feel like some people kind of forget. Well, I don't feel like people forget, but like before SNS, I was still practicing. Like I started working with demons back in high school, so it would be around 10 years now, I suppose, at this point, that I've been working with demons. SNS for me was not anything. SNS for me, while it was a nice time in my life, and I did learn a lot for myself, really. It had nothing to do with learning through others, but SNS was really just like a phase of like a point in time for me. It didn't really introduce me to any new concepts for me. So, but we'll leave that there, right? I'll try to be as neutral as possible, darling. You love the hat? Thank you. I have one in like every color. Let me see if I can get them. Ugh. I have like several, darling. So we have a black one. Maybe my next live stream we'll do black. We'll do a gray. We have all these colors, and I think I have another one on the floor somewhere. But yeah, now that it's spooky season, or it's starting to be spooky season, September 2nd, baby, let's get into that, like, nice, cozy aesthetic, right? You're a Pisces, Angie? Be glad to see me safe since I fought. Oh, I appreciate that, Astro Magic. Yeah, I'm doing completely good. I'm doing fabulous, really, truly. Hey Shane, you did catch a live stream. You caught me live, baby. Hopefully, catching me live. Hopefully, I look just as fabulous live that I do in my recorded videos, darling. If I don't tell me, right? Don't ruin the fantasy for me. But yeah, if anyone has any questions as well, let me know in the chat right now how this works. Let me just give my usual spiel, baby. I would appreciate it if you guys would give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs on my video, whether it's a like or a dislike, baby. A thumb is a thumb. As I always say, I'm never gonna discriminate a thumb. Take that joke as you will, right? But yeah, I would appreciate that. I always like to prioritize my channel members first for questions, as well as super chats, but don't ever feel inclined to be donating or giving me money for a super chat, right? I know it's probably like, I always say, like, I'm so bad at marketing myself just because I tell people not to, like, I don't like having people, it doesn't make me comfortable when people feel inclined to or like feel like they have to give me money, because it's not the purpose of these videos or these live streams. The purpose of these live streams is to be hanging out. But yeah, let me know your question. All I ask, the only rule is not to spam my chat with your question. I only, you know, whenever I say that I'm taking questions, that's when you just let your question be known. But otherwise, we're here to just be hanging out. We're here to be having a vibe, darling, right? Let's hang out. Let's have a fabulous chat. And also let me know where you're at in the world. I know I have where some of y'all are at, but let me know where you're at in the world. Let me know if you've had your dinner or your breakfast or what have you. For those that didn't already hear me, I had goldfish today. I had goldfish for my breakfast, lunch, dinner. And if anything, like, that's gonna be all I have, because I made the joke earlier. It's just like, you know, with goldfish, how like fishes are like go in schools, like a group of fish like are in schools. Like, I had a school of goldfish, let's just say that. Yeah, if y'all know those like containers of goldfish, like those little box, like it looks like a milk carton and it's like a giant box of goldfish, baby, let me just tell you, Target, I saw it, it was on sale, it was flavor blasted. I had a whole school of goldfish, baby, and I definitely got flavor blasted. So we're filled up on fish for the next month. I'm always fabulous. I appreciate it. Hocus Pocus. You know what? I have never, ever watched Hocus Pocus. I have not watched like any Halloween movies. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not really much of a holiday person. To me, especially like Halloween, because I say, like, as I say, like, to me, every single day is like Halloween. If I'm like, every single day, like, depending on what it is that I'm wearing or like what mood I feel like doing, like, I will like completely immerse it. So you would think on like Halloween I would be like over the top and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I've never been much of a holiday person. Even for birthdays, like, I don't like celebrating. Like, for my birthdays, I always will just like do something by myself. Like, holidays to me is just not, they're just not my thing. I enjoy like the spending time with people aspect, but other than that, let's see here. You love goldfish? You know what? Yeah, I really, darling, I love goldfish a little bit too much, darling. A little bit too much. Let's see here. Also, hello, Day. How are you doing? All right, let's see here. Astro Magic, can I do a reading on how you should move forward with your path working with Shemai? I know how to pronounce their name, Shemaiza. Girl, I know who you're talking about because I've worked with them before a little bit. Very little, admittedly, but I have connected with them before. Shemiyaza? Girl, let's not even try it. Alright, so we have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, as well as the Two of Pentacles. Girl, we starting this out and I can't even read off these cards, say these cards properly. Two of Wands coming in here. So there's definitely several ways that you can go about doing something with Shemai. Girl, we're gonna just say the deity because I don't know why I can't say the word right now, their name right now. You have a lot of different ways that you can start working with them. Though I do see with the Two of why do I want to keep calling it the Two of Pentacles? The Two of Wands, darling. There's not a single pentacle in here, and I keep wanting to say Two of Pentacle. The Two of Wands coming in here. I do get this. I would take this as a signifier, as almost kind of like especially with the King of Wands. It's almost like it's like kind of like snapping your fingers, being like, all right, let's go now. Like, almost like asking for like a commitment into doing something. So let's say, for example, I guess I can use the example when it comes to whenever I worked with work with, rather, Rossier. Usually there'll be something specific that I'll be dedicating to working with Rossier on for that current period of time. So for example, it would be in terms of a specific type of ritual work, or in terms of it's just usually in terms of something more committal. And especially with this Three of Pentacles here, it feels almost as if I would suggest to you to including him in some type of involving him in some type of work, even if it's some type of daily practice. I feel something that you are able to commit to long term with him. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be even as simple as each day that you decide to dedicate 30 minutes or an hour to some type of creative project, right? Because I do feel as if something just to build up the rapport, energetic rapport, when it comes to working with them, right? Because when it comes to working with any type of deity or any type of otherworldly being, we'll just say, all it is about, like the stronger, use your words, Velka darling. All that the connection is about is, trying to get you both on the same alignment, right? So you think about connecting with beings as like you turning like a radio station knob, and like when you first start trying to get to the channel, right, you'll start hearing you'll hear a bunch of static, but then you'll start hearing the music in the background, right? So think about your energy here and their energy here, and as you continuously turn that knob and build up that energetic rapport with this individual, whatever being that you choose to work with, that becomes closer and closer, and so that static becomes starts dissipating, and the messages start becoming a lot more clear. So just some advice on that, right? It's going to be really varied, but I do see with those cards you can take presume from that there's just an asking of committing a little bit more time. Practical magic does it for you. You hear, but you don't like the attention. Hello, Seth Gomez. You're from Los Angeles. I've been in Los Angeles just momentarily, but I have yet to have the opportunity of exploring Los Angeles. So welcome aboard, Seth. I don't think I've seen you before. I apologize if I have. I don't think I've seen your name before. Hello. I know I did get his name the last time, Astra, but it's like once I'm in my head about pronunciation, I can't for the life of me, right? I'll just blame my gap tooth, I'll blame my big tongue for that reason. Hello, Ari. First time here? I thought so, Seth. I thought so. Now I was about to just be trying to say his name again, darling. Let me not. So Day asked the question, what is going on with your social friends online? Well, I don't know what is going on with them, right? That's a pretty vague question, but we can see if we can get some type of insight in regards to that. How are you doing though, Seth? What have you been up to today? Girl, I can't even hold these cards properly. I'm super excited though. Once it becomes nighttime though, y'all, like, even though this looks very lackluster right now, I have such gorgeous lights like intertwined with the ivy, the fake ivy, and it just looks so fabulous. But it looks extremely underwhelming when the lights are off and there's nothing going, during the daytime. But the setup's gonna be looking fabulous, darling. All right, so let's see here. Day asked the question, what is going on with her online friends? And I'm gonna be honest here. Taking this in, I just kind of feel as if, like, I'm gonna be honest, I can't really get like a pinpoint like one specific thing. We have the Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Cups, Knight of Wands, Lover's card, and Justice card. I mean, unless there's like a specific situation, Day, I'm getting just like, I just see individuals just like dealing with like, how we all are, right? Just dealing with madness of our life, right? Dealing with like the trials and tribulations, right? So distractions, very much so distractions. Knight of Wands here. So if it's been like a situation of being distant towards you, could just very well be that they're just dealing with a lot. They have a lot going on their plate currently, right? Honestly, you just woke up and made yourself a smoothie, smoked a joint. What's up? Keeping it low key. You went hiking yesterday. Ooh, I haven't gone hiking since I moved. That's the one thing I miss about Washington. I think I said it before. Is the nature aspect. I love going out in nature. And so that's like in Texas, darling, it's not over 90 degrees every single day. So there's, I guess I could technically go out hiking, darling, but I am not hiking in no heat, darling. Not in that 90-degree weather. I'd rather just stay inside in some air conditioning. Hello? This is my hiking for me. This is my nature for me, putting up those fake IVs in air conditioning. Ari, I thought you said something else. I thought Ari said, "Ooh, I wish I had a smoke set." I thought I was replacing that S with the M, and I was about to be like, "What is going on in my chat?" No, ma'am. Velka, you're so on point with the zodiac readings. I appreciate the kind words, Shane. It makes me happy when people find clarity with the zodiac readings. You know, I always say when it comes to the zodiac readings, it's one of those times where it's like, especially with today's readings, I usually like to stray away from like drama readings, and there's like a cat hair on my lip, and it's usually not my favorite thing to girl. This is what happens, yes, Miss Tulip's cat hair. I always give love to Tulip before I live stream for some good luck, and it always ends up on my chapstick. What was I even saying? Yeah, usually, especially recently, I've noticed there's just been a lot more like drama coming into the tarot readings, and I usually don't like doing that or like having like relaying those type of messages just because that's just not my forte. I'm really am very much so a mellow, low key person. So whenever it's like dramas coming through, I'm always kind of just like. But then I have to like get out of my own head and realize that I'm like projecting, so I end up posting it anyways. And like obviously it's meant for somebody, but it makes me really happy to hear. You have a conflict with the Libra, Capricorn, and Virgo. You used to live in Texas. Ooh, what part of Texas? It was overcast yesterday, so I love overcast weather. That's the best weather, in my opinion, to be going with. Your roomie is gone too, so you chilled out and got into your spirituality. Nice, nice. Houston, Texas. Isn't that Beyonce's home base? Houston, Texas. I should know this. I feel like I should know. I think it's Houston, Texas, or maybe it's Dallas. Girl, people from Dallas and people from Houston would be killing me right now for me confusing the two. Come on now, let me shut my mouth. Need that protection, open the gate. Yeah, Bay is from Houston. I thought so, you know, I really should be knowing this off the top of my head, but I get in my head sometimes about like the knowledge I have. I did this actually with who was it? It was on Taurus's reading. I forget how the conversation came up, but I was talking about the Queen of England, and I was just like, I don't know if and I said, I was like, I don't know what zodiac sign the Queen of England is, but she turned out to be a Taurus, which I have no reason to be knowing what that lovely old woman's birthday is or anything like that. I have no business knowing. So it was really cool to find out that she actually was a Taurus. I don't remember why she came up in my tarot reading though. I don't know. Hey, Sacred Meow, how are you doing? You feel like an orchid right now? Feeling like an orchid right now? Too fierce? Never too fierce, darling. Never too fierce. Those type of days make you feel, I'm not going to try to pronounce that word, melancholy? Melancholy? There we go. I get in my head too much when it comes to pronouncing. So Missy XO, can you see what's going on with your boyfriend? He isn't telling me anything about him leaving the hospital. You're worried. What does that mean? Like, is he leaving the hospital, or like you're not getting any detail about him leaving the hospital? What does that mean, Missy? Just got off work, feel the embodiment of chaos. Otherwise, honestly, is that a bad thing, Sacred Meow? Trying to spook the cosmic tea. He isn't giving any details. So we have the Ace of Cups here, Two of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Wands coming in here. It's almost as if like this individual, how would we say, the Two of Swords being in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's almost like during this time, he's kind of just like, I would get this as an individual of like shutting down. It's almost like this is an individual who, especially during considering the setting, like perhaps received some pretty overwhelming news, or just this individual. Oh, I thought my phone was ringing. This is just an individual who is just feeling extremely overwhelmed by the situation, so they're ending up shutting down a little bit. I don't feel as if has anything necessarily to do with you. The Wheel of Fortune coming in, I almost want to just say, I don't know what, obviously I don't know what's happened and what's going on with the situation, but it feels very much so someone's just like kind of reclusing, kind of like going into like a little bit of depression. But keep in mind, darling, I'm not no mental health professional. So, but that's just how, if I pulled these cards for an individual and I would see that, I'd be like, this person's feeling a little bit down in the dumps, a little bit. Is he gonna open up to you? That would be something of free will, Missy. So Tarot can't really answer that, right? That's kind of up to his decision when it comes to something like that. So you love a baby reading, just kind of know where you need to focus your energy right now. You feel so disoriented at the present, Sacred Meow. Of course. You know, Ari, now that you mentioned cosmic tea, now I kind of want to get some tea. I don't think I have any tea at this house. I would have to order it. Ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, I've not had sweet tea since I left Texas. So now that I'm back in Texas, I should get me some sweet tea. That'll be like the way to christen. That's how I should christen my body, is like by drinking a wag-a-bag sweet tea, darling. 40-ounce wag-a-bag sweet tea. Hey Lacey, how are you doing, girl? What are you doing after later on? Are you at your computer, Lacey? Later on, we should catch up. We have a lot to talk about, darling. Lacey. Also, Lacey, do you want a little bit of a spread as well? How are you doing, Lacey? But yes, Sacred Meow, she would love a baby reading. You're feeling disoriented. Feeling disoriented right now. I actually feel like whipping out some oracle cards. You know, I stopped using my oracle cards for a little bit, but I actually, funnily enough, have like the strongest connection to relaying tarot messages with oracle cards. I feel like I get the most detail when it comes to oracle cards, even though I know many people kind of stray away from oracle cards. But let's do some oracle spread for you. That is something I actually plan on doing as well this weekend. Y'all have something to look forward to, is pick a card. I'm going to be uploading a pick a card this weekend. So that'll be something y'all can be looking for if y'all are into pick a cards. You got out of class early enough to catch the stream. Hello, Sylvan. How are you doing? How was class? Was class exhausting? Yes, we do need to be catching up. And thank you so much, Lacey. I love you. Yes, definitely let me know. I haven't logged on Discord in a few days, admittedly, so I don't know if I have any message. I probably do have some messages I need to look at. Hey, Isadora, how are you doing? All right, so for you, Sacred Meow, we have the mountain goat coming in here. There's something out of your life that is out of balance that in your life, so do whatever it is you need to do to correct it. I feel as if this is one of the, like, quite literally what it is you just said, of you feeling out of balance coming in here. We have the Gorilla card coming in as well, taking time to listen to compassionately to those that you love, especially your family members. And then you have the full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaching. It's interesting that you have the full moon in Capricorn with this mountain goat coming in as well. Just an observation. I don't feel like it bears any relevance to this, but let's get into this a little bit more. I like to see this full tough cycle ending though. But when you have this gorilla card coming in asking for you to listen, it's interesting. If this is, I almost want to say if this is like asking you to listen to your guides or what this is, but we're going to incorporate some Necronomicon cards with this as well. The number 17 has been following you. from Missy. Do I know what it means? So I go by old school numerology, Missy. So old school numerology, you will add the numbers up until it equates to one single digit, unless it's a master number, which would be 11 and 22, if memory serves me properly. So for me personally, I would take 17 equating into the number 8. And off the top of my head, I unfortunately do not know what the number 8 represents. I feel like it's something about foundational work, but don't quote me on that. That's just another reminder for me to continue working on the numerology videos. Ooh, I think this is my favorite song from... Oh, it is my favorite song from Tom Fox. Hold up, let me play this louder. I love this song. It's called River from Tom Fox, and just how he opens this is so good. Alright, so Sacred Meow, we have the 8 of Wands with this Temperance card coming in here as well. So, oh, that's probably a little bit too loud, huh? So I would be taking this, Missy, as a situation more so, I see almost this sense of, like almost a giddiness, or like not able to like stay still, I think is the word I want to put. Five of Wands coming in here. So it's almost like the same message. It's like this message for you, Sacred Meow, of kind of like asking you to write something out just a little bit longer, especially when you have the Temperance card coming in here. I don't know why I'm showing the artwork of this, because the artwork has literally no meaning to the actual message. The Necronomicon is just very, it has its own aesthetic, darling, right? But this is almost like a card, and it's probably not going to be very helpful, so I do apologize ahead of time. But with these messages, it's almost like this sense of writing something out a little bit longer, because especially with the Gorilla card here, and with the Full Moon in Capricorn, I would take this as someone coming forward to you to communicate with you, Sacred Meow. Especially with this 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands here. Yeah, it's like... I feel very strongly that pretty soon someone's going to be coming in to communicate, either clearing the air on something, or, yeah, there's just like this constant message of like someone coming in to communicate, and just like staying where you are currently, if that makes sense. So definitely let me know how that plays out for you. It's interesting. First live you get to participate in, Alex N. What is up? I am sorry about the time zone difference. Maybe at some point when I have my life more together, I'll start incorporating multiple live streams and daily. Promise I will try to make that happen. But I appreciate you making the time to do this hang out with me today, Alex. Do you have a question? Hey Gemma, how are you? And hello, Shelly. Grieving the loss of her Capricorn too. See, Sacred Meow, that was what popped up in my head as well. I'm like hesitant in terms of like bringing it up, because I don't know if it's a sensitive subject, but I believe you were the one that expressed to me about the loss of a mother. And so that did pop in my head as well, and I wanted to ask about that and how you were doing with that, but I didn't want to. I mean, I guess now the cat's out of the bag, darling, and I said it, so I apologize if it was a sensitive subject, but I want you to know that I did not forget you telling me that, and I have been curious. You're digging the hat? Thank you. Hey Venus, you love the videos first time live. A lot of first timers today. What is up? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me. You scattered her ashes, 821. You're a Gemini, so multiple anything has an appeal. Oh, that sounds great. Multiple streams. Yeah, I really, I want to be able to start doing multiple streams. That would be fun. Having like a day stream and then a night stream. If I do multiple streams, I think I'll do one in the early afternoon and then the night one, and that's where we can have some more fun, right? That's where we can bring out the colored lights, LED lights, honey. It's cool. When you're asleep or you're awake over here in that part of the world. I appreciate that, Alex. Hey Karen, I like hanging out with you too. You guys are so kind. Thank you guys for taking the time to just choose hanging out with me on this lovely, is it Thursday? Thursday, Friday for some people, I think. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't take you guys for granted at all. Don't cross the streams. I've never watched Ghostbusters. Ah, I should watch Ghostbusters. I'm glad you're doing okay though, Sacred Meow. Y'all. At some point, I want to like start doing like some singing bowl live streams or like maybe that would be fabulous. Maybe not a live stream, 'cause I don't know if that would be necessary, but like starting to record like some singing bowl meditation videos again, that'd be fabulous. Maybe I should just do live streams with the singing bowls, right? I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's so much that we can be doing, so much that we can be having fun with. Let's see here. Let's see. Also, if anyone has a question, darling, how this works, just let me know a question that you have in chat, and I will just be picking something that I feel called to doing a question, answering a question for. I always will try to prioritize my channel members first when it comes to tarot readings, as well as super chats. If you really want to have your question answered, and I don't get to you, then I always prioritize super chats, but super chats are not mandatory. I always say it, don't feel like you have to. There's never like a set price point that you have to be sending either, as well, right? I don't like to gatekeep my content, right? I want to be able to have people access or listen to me calling myself content. I don't like to gatekeep anything because it's just like, no, like when you're on the internet, darling, like there's so many things you have to pay for, right? I don't even want to be paying for a Netflix subscription for something, darling. So it's are the pick a cards, Alex, it's funny you mentioned that because I was just talking about how this weekend I was going to be introducing pick a cards again. And yes, pick a cards are definitely coming back. Pick a cards are coming back, generalized pick a card messages, and also deity pick a card messages as well are going to be making a return really soon. I don't have a set schedule for those just because I always like to prioritize my zodiac readings first, but since we've been staying ahead of schedule with everything, baby, there's definitely going to be a nice influx of pick a cards for people to be going through as well. I have a playlist already. Playlists are honestly going to be the blessing for my channel. If you want ever want to find like recent content from me, I have a playlist for pick a cards. I have a playlist for my personal videos and my spiritual videos because my channel, baby, it's just covered with zodiac readings. You're a Sagittarius? I love Saggies. My mother's a Sagittarius. Let's see here. Brandy, for something like that, I wouldn't be able to answer with just tarot. That would be something I would have to actually, well, for me personally, I would have to like sit down and channel for. Because I don't feel as if, I mean, at least for me personally, I don't feel as if tarot can answer something like that or give clarity on something like that. Thank you so much for the $1.50, Sacred Meow. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Seth, if you have a question. You had to ask. Got plenty flying around here as you're under path working at this time. Ooh, fabulous. Is there anyone out there that has romantic feelings for you? You have someone on your mind. Well, darling, if we're going to be talking about romance, we should not be using the Necronomicon deck for romance. I know that much. Let's use the circular deck. I didn't actually get to use it too much last time. Also, quick little, y'all love my crystal skulls, which I am so glad that y'all love them. Y'all, let me show you guys this steel. Probably it's not going to come off as a steal for most people if you don't appreciate crystals, but I got this for $100. I think it was less than $100. It was probably like 90 or something like this. I got this for $100. Could not believe it. There's agate and I think it's just normal quartz in here. It comes in two parts. So we have this part here. I don't know if the camera, darling, is not going to do it justice. I need to just do like a crystal, like showing off all my crystal collection that I've had for like since I was like in like single digits. I have the first crystal I ever owned, and then it comes in a second part, right? Like this is fabulous in of itself. But then we have this topper, right? So fabulous, so fabulous. And it just fits so perfectly. I've done many of rituals with this bad boy. I love this stone so much, and it's super heavy too. Nice weight to it. But yeah, enough of me Showing off my crystals no one asked for. All right, so for Seth, there's like a question of love interest. We have here the Five of Cups with the Six of Cups, as well as the King of Rings coming in here. I would be saying this is giving me very much so with the Five of Cups and Six of Cups, someone from the past having some like, I would say, I just heard like unfinished or unsettled feelings. And when I say someone from the past, it's someone that you've engaged with but no longer are communicating with or not really actively communicating with, because the Six of Cups references past energy. And Five of Cups kind of gives this sense of like avoiding actually speaking speaking what it is that they're feeling. Now this King of Pentacles coming in here, I am curious about why this King of Pentacles is here. The World card. It's almost as if like there's someone that's interested in like reaching out, but at the same time they're telling themselves like, you know how we all get into those narratives, darling, of where it's just like, not worth it, where out of the league, or insert excuse here of why someone chooses not to be open with their emotions. Of course, Brandy, I got you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to just like, maybe I'll do like a video just showcasing my crystals. I don't have them all put up admittedly though, so I don't think it would be very aesthetically pleasing, but I do have some pretty cool pieces. You want one of the quartz and tourmaline skulls? Yeah, I really, what my ultimate, like what I really want to be manifested, I really want a citrine crystal skull. And that, baby, that'll be real expensive. But once I do get that citrine skull, ooh, baby, imagine the grids we could be doing with that, y'all. Imagine the grids with that. Oh yeah, she's been popping up in your mind, but your mind is also like, she better not. So yeah, it's definitely giving me some type of reference where it's just like someone's like interested, but then they're just like, they like whatever narrative they choose to tell themselves. I thought this was cracked for a moment. Whatever, it's like they are like, they dismiss it and they try to just like avoid even having a conversation, or even it's like they like allow the like the feeling will come and then they're just saying like and then they dismiss it because it's almost as if they realize it's pointless or hopeless, if that makes sense, Seth. Real citrine too, yeah. See, yeah, you get it, Sacred Meow. Like, I have nothing personal against heat-treated amethyst, but I hate it. I hate it. Y'all like that? I have nothing personal against it. Nothing personal against you, I just hate you. I don't know what it is. Heat-treated amethyst just turns me off so much. I don't know. Like, heat-treated amethyst just isn't for me. And like anytime someone, it's honestly a pet peeve of mine too. There'd be so many times people just like should be like, "Oh, Velca, you love citrine," because like my top 3 favorite stones is lapis, citrine, and malachite. And so people will be like, "Oh, let me show you my citrine pieces," and then they show me a heat treated amethyst, and I'm just like, "Girl, let me stay right with Jesus right now. Let me just nod my head and be like, ooh, gorgeous pieces." She unblocked you recently? Ooh. Yeah, she's probably just like slowly working up the courage, honestly. Citrine is gorgeous. Yeah, I agree. Citrine is the only stone in the world, actually, in the world. I think it is. Citrine is the only stone that does not need to be cleansed at all. Citrine is self-cleansing. And so it's citrine is a very fabulous stone to be using when it comes to transmuting energy. So citrine is fabulous for those that are looking to set up a grid. I always say if you're going to set up only one single grid, you want to have that grid mainly incorporate citrine, because it will always transmute any energy that is in the space or that is sent to you, right? Because that's something you can utilize as well. If you're worried about people cursing you or just bad luck and all that regard, citrine will always take that energy and transmute it for just higher abundant energy for manifestation or whatever it is you set the intent of the grid for. But that is a suggestion or a little bit of a old school practitioner trick that you can be using to protect yourself. That's part of the reason why like I say the shit that I do, because it's like I have no like quite literally it's funny because it's like I'll get like I'll sometimes get like some extremely hateful emails and like from people who are just like usually they're just like extremely like racist or homophobic or I just trigger something in them, honey, and they'll just be typing about how they want to just do this long-winded curse and how they're gonna curse me and curse my whole family and all that. And I kid you not, when I had one of those emails, it was a couple months ago, someone said like sent me that email and it was like less than 24 hours later I had sold 6 or 7 readings. So I was just like, all right, baby, like, someone wants to be doing something to me, baby. That's fine, baby girl. Like, you know, soon y'all be seeing Miss Tulip over there with a Gucci collar. It just goes with the territory, though. I like honestly, I always say that I'm a child of the internet, so really words don't bother me at all. Like I don't get fate. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I probably have made more what is self-deprecating. I probably have made worse self-deprecating jokes about myself than what people will say. So, and plus, I'm just so confident in myself, darling, that it really don't bother me. I really do find it funny when people will send like these extremely hateful messages. Because I'm just like, baby, you think I'm gonna read all that? I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I always take it in stride. Take it in stride. That's all you can do. Shepherd's pie. My mother used to make a lovely shepherd's pie. I don't know if she still makes like. I don't know the last time that she's made shepherd's pie actually. Alphabet Mafia, gotta have thick skin. Yeah, that's the thing. The Alphabet Mafia, they'll try it. They'll try you, darling. They'll definitely try you. It's okay, Karen. Like truly, like it don't. That just comes with the territory. I know some people will say, you'll see in like interviews with like celebrity. I'm not saying I'm a celebrity either, but you'll see how people will say it's like, oh, I don't read the comments, or they'll talk about how like one single hate comment can like really ruin their day. I can't really relate to that personally because it's just like I just put things in perspective. Where it's just like, I'll get like a couple hate emails or a hate comment or two, and I'm just like, for every like hate comment I get so many kind people like y'all like saying such nice things to me. So it's just like it really just doesn't bother me. Like I would take a hate comment every single day of the week if that means I get to like hang out with some cool people. And plus, it's just some words, baby. It's some words. Fact of the matter is, none of these people would ever be saying any of this stuff to you in person. So I never take it to heart. And that doesn't mean that I won't snap back. I won't clap back at them and set them in their place. But it truly doesn't bother me. Sounds like tacky, jealous house queen's crap. See, yeah, that's the thing. I always wonder what will cause somebody to like get to the point of like typing all that. But girl, they ain't even worth our time in discussing, right? But, oh my gosh, y'all! It's already almost been an hour of us hanging out. Oh my gosh. Time has like really I feel as if time just like goes like soaring anytime I'm doing live streams. It's crazy. For you, if the person doesn't have an emotional tie to you, why should you care? Exactly. There's a quote from Miss RuPaul: "If they're not paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind," right? And that's my exact thing. I think it was like in a couple live streams ago. I turned on the live stream, and there's like a random hater from that was coming from another channel saying, trying to tell me what to talk about. And I was just like, baby, you can PayPal me $50 and I'll stop talking about them for 5 minutes if you want. But it's just like, unless you're affecting my bank account, like I promise you, like I'm gonna do what I want. Like I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna say what I want, and now that I know it pisses you off, I'm gonna say it with a smile, baby. I really enjoy, like, nothing brings me such more pleasure than just like irritating somebody. I'm a little bit of a troll, but I've started growing out of it. But those who follow my Twitter will know just how much of a troll I can be. I don't take anything seriously. The last hour did fly by. Meanwhile, the 8 before it did not. See, exactly, Sacred Meow. It just feels as if, like, this, especially today, I feel as if today's just been a very slow day. And then this last hour has just been like, zoom. And I'm just like, all right now. Usually I want to keep these live streams for, like, going for, like, around an hour or so. But I think we'll hang out for a little bit longer, right? It's nice being able to just, like, talk and hang out with you guys. I'm thinking about though, like what all I'm gonna be recording tonight, right? I gotta decide what I'm gonna be recording tonight. Do I want to record a pick a card tonight? Do I want to be recording like a little bit of a chit chat video tonight? What do I want to talk about? Y'all, I was saying this earlier, but I had such a enlightening conversation with I don't like using the word client, but like she booked a consultation with me, and so we were just talking for ended up being like a couple, like well over a couple hours, and it's just like I love like the conversation with her just really reminded me like why I do what I do, because it's just like y'all know it, like it's nothing's more fabulous than like having like enriching like spiritual conversation where it's not about like hearing about someone's ego or anything like that. It's just like pure just like like organic spiritual conversation and just hearing perspective, and it was just like ooh, that's what drives me. That's why I created this channel, because it's just like I want a community where it's just like we all can just like freely talk about our experiences without there being like some prophecy, some prophetic person, some higher person that has more ability than everyone else. It's like no, baby, when we're here, like this is all equal ground. I guess it's, you know, it's as equal ground as it can be, right? When when I'm the one sitting on camera right here. But that's truly my perspective, is where it's just like I don't feel as if I have anything more valuable to add than another person, because we all have our spiritual experiences. We all have such profound things to share. And when you are able to find another person to share your profound experiences with, you just can learn so much. You just noticed I was live, Be Familiar? Ooh, Be Familiar. I'm so glad you reminded me about the upcoming new moon. And Miss Tila, I'll let her know that you're giving her love, Be Familiar. Okay, yes, I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, we're doing something for the new moon. So that's what I'll be doing tonight, actually. I'll be recording talking about the new moon, and then I'll be doing a little bit of a video for I think I'll do like a little private video for my channel members when it comes to the new moon ritual. But no, we absolutely are going to be going in depth with the new moon and talking about what all we can be doing during the new moon. I gotta look up which zodiac it's under. This new moon is under. I want to say it's like, is it like Sagittarius? New moon in Sagittarius? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to like stop and look it up. Now I need to stop and look it up. What zodiac sign is the new moon in September? Let's see. The September new moon is in, or is it the Aquarius? Because I know Aquarius is supposed to have two moons coming in here. Girl, I can't find it immediately, so let me not just spend this entire time looking. It might be, is it Pisces? I gotta like do some research on it, because I really cater my rituals towards based off of like what zodiac sign the moon is under. It plays such a pivotal role. I appreciate you so much, Ari. You should do ritual for the new moon. Eat the bad vibes. Yes, the new moon. Any type of, regardless of the zodiac sign for new moons are a fabulous time to be setting the intention. Really, just like starting the journey of something new. Right, new moon representing new beginnings, and so really, I would suggest, as I almost knocked down this word, new moons. I always suggest for people to really spend a lot of time thinking about what it is that they want to create, because the logic of it is like, is that whatever you start on the new moon is during that lunar cycle, during that 2-week lunar cycle for the full moon, that's when you'll get most of the progression done during that. And the concept is during the full moon, that's when you'll be reaching the peak of it, right? And so I always tell people to really set the intention on like what exactly they want to be accomplishing, and like what kind of vibe, what kind of energy do they want to be in during that 2-week time span. It's really the most pivotal time to be aware of like what type of energy, what it is that you're exuding at that time, right? Because if you start that new moon, you start that new beginning, that new lunar cycle, feeling down in the dumps, which it happens to all of us, darling, so don't be that hard on yourself about it, right? But it just isn't setting you up for success. You want to be setting yourself up for success, darling, right? New moon in Virgo from Dark Star. New moon in Virgo. Huh. I guess that makes sense. That would make sense, because I think it's Virgo's birth. Yeah, this is when Virgo is, it's about to be Virgo's time, actually, I think. So that would make sense. New moon in Virgo. Mm. So new moon in Virgo, that would very much so be powerful, very powerful actually for those that are trying to get their life back on track. For those that have been, you know, if you've been pretty bad on your diets recently. I'm looking at myself as I ate a whole school of goldfish, baby, flavor blasted. So that's so good though. And getting back on routines. This is a very fabulous time to be really breaking those bad habits. You know, if you've been trying to find a way to break the bad habit of like, you know, eating out or what have you, really getting back into a very practical new moon, very practical new moon. Full moon is in Pisces on September 20th. Ooh, full moon in Pisces. Girl, September is gonna be jam packed. Ooh, so I would, you know what? I'm gonna set the intention now for all of us. I'm gonna say this right now. Y'all have to believe me because it's my job to know, right? I think this is gonna be really fabulous. September's gonna be a really fabulous time for a lot of us, right? I was happy, like, I always, no, let me not. Let me bite my tongue. I'll bite my tongue. I know it's probably so annoying for y'all to hear that, but I promise y'all it's nothing worth even hearing about. Be familiar, are you okay? I keep on seeing the message retracted. I don't know if I'm like something's happening with your messages or you just logged on but not versed. What significance is the also hello Chi-Town girl. What is the significance of a new moon? So the significance of a new moon is that new moons just at their core represents a new beginning. And so whatever you start, the concept, the basic concept is, but it isn't limited to that, is that you start like whatever it is that you set the intention on during your new moon, it takes that full lunar cycle, so that in that 2 weeks into the full moon, for it to really get a lot of the energetic work done behind it. And so new moons are the perfect time for kind of like setting their schedule or setting the routine or setting the intent on what you're wanting to accomplish. And because it's on Virgo, this would be a very practical new moon. So this would be a new moon to really break those bad habits that you have doing. I know Maverick was just talking about how he has a habit of doing video, be distracting himself a little bit too much with video games, or you know, Virgo, new moon in Virgo, very much so for those that want to add a little bit more structure into their life. And this, because it would be based off of the new moon and during the cycle, you would have a lot more success, like much higher success rate in terms of really breaking those bad habits, right? So, you know, if you're trying to get into vegetarianism or veganism, right, and really breaking the habit of consuming animal products, this new moon would be like really setting you up for success in that way. Or insert whatever it is here, right? Those are just some examples. But yeah, willpower, Sandy, thank you. Willpower is the word that I was looking for. It's going to really assist you with your willpower. New moons are a good time to clear the air, so to speak, yeah. I also, I was meaning to do it when I was back in Washington, but I just never had the time or space to do it. But especially during the lunar cycles, that's really when I start incorporating a lot of my ritual magic for plants and stuff like that. And I have it's such a fabulous, like it's something that I know for a fact no one has ever talked about on, at least on YouTube, because it's my own personal practice. But it's just, I have such a powerful ritual that I always will do, and that will continue continue do during lunar cycles. But I have to do a video dedicated to that, but it might be a little bit later than what's coming for the new moon. But I digress. You definitely need that. I need it as well. You should know anything you eat is calorie free on Thursdays. That is exactly what I tell my friends. Be familiar. I was just like, you know what? This is a calorie free day, calorie free weekend. Oh, what? Oh, it's a Saturday on a random Saturday. Oh, I'm pretty sure if you look at the chart, it's like calories don't count today. I'm pretty sure. How am I holding up in the storms in NYC? Oh, I'm not in New York City. I live in Texas. I used to, young in my childhood, I used to live in New York, but not even in the city. I never have been into the city of New York. Where I lived in New York as a little kid, was like right above Pennsylvania. So I literally lived like my neighbors were Amish, like full blown Amish, like like as Amish as you can get. Like we had our dinner table made from Amish. I don't know the proper verbiage for it. Um, we bought our table, like our dinner table, from the Amish. Like they would craft everything themselves, but the woodworking is fabulous. Girl, listen to me talk about woodworking as if I'm like some type of expert. But no, like there's a reason as to why I'm so country, darling, and it's because even when I was a northerner or as a Yankee, as some people will say, like I'm very country. Brooklyn, New York, Texas. Yeah, I currently live in technically, I think, I'm in Austin, Texas, technically. Let's listen to some Rick D on SoundCloud. Hey Uriel, it's Uriel. Correct me if I'm wrong, Uriel. You have been uh, a follower, a subscriber of my channel since like the very beginning, like well over 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, Uriel. Am I right on that? I'm pretty sure that you have been consistent on my channel. Or maybe it's someone else that was named Uriel, but like I remember your name back when I was making videos in California. Girl, not I'm saying it. Like I'm realizing like my YouTube channel has seen me make videos on back over in California. I used to live in Fresno in California before anyone asks. I used to make videos in Fresno, California, in Washington, and now in Austin, darling. Chicago. Ah, yeah, Chico, that would make sense. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, been there, done that. That is the goal, though. I was telling my friend today, as well, that I would be so fabulous. Like a year down the road, me just doing tarot videos in just different hotels all over across the country, right? Where I get to just like freely travel and just because I love the idea of just being able to just immerse myself in different cultures. Because that's the thing. With what little I've traveled, which is just going from different, living in different states and being living with such unique people, extremely unique people. I have learned so much, and it's always been such a, the one thing I've learned through being immersed and living with such a wide variety of people is just realizing like how similar everyone is. Everyone is always trying to just find people that understand them on their level, trying to be understood, and it's such a rewarding isn't a word for it, but I learned so much through being able to just like immerse myself in different cities and different towns and just even in really just different cultures and what little I've traveled. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when I get to travel around till like Taiwan, Singapore. I really want to be making, I really, 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 really want to travel to Scotland. And you get the point, just all over the world. I really want to be able to just travel and just really like explore, be able to just video, like document everything, be able to just like sit in my hotel room and just like reflect about life. I think I even have a video back when I was in Washington. I would go to Seattle. I would book a hotel room to Seattle during my birthday, and I would just spend like the weekend in Seattle next to the Space Needle, and I think I did like a personal video over there. Maybe I didn't, but yeah, that was like so. I love traveling by myself, and I love just like being in just different hotels and just like being. I never feel more present with myself until like I'm in a hotel room and I'm just like sitting there talking. Talking to myself, sitting there and just like appreciating and just like in the moment. I love a hotel because it's just like, y'all didn't ask, but yeah. Hello, Foxy Fox. Highly recommend Costa Rica. I really, there's not a single place in the world that I don't want to travel to. I really, really, really want to just explore the world, right? I feel like that's the whole purpose of being able to like work from home or just like working online is be able to just like travel, you know, and especially with Miss Tulip, darling. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to bring Miss. I don't know if Miss Tulip would appreciate it. I think she would. She would have fun, but her ears are like perking because I keep saying her name. But just like imagine, like how fun would it be for me to just be able to travel with Tulip to all these different places, going across the country, because she already has traveled with me. I got Tulip in California, then we traveled from California to Washington. So, you know, she's been traveling with me everywhere. So I can just like put her like because I have one of those cat backpacks where it looks like a spaceman or like one of those Among Us characters where it's like clear in the back. So I can just like walk around and just like travel with her. Oh, it would be so fun. It would be so cute. One day, we're manifesting it. Hey Vaughn, how are you? Get an RV. See, Sacred Meow, I hate driving. I would love to get an RV if I didn't have to drive it. I do not like driving at all. I will avoid it at all costs. I am a passenger driver. Passenger driver. I am a passenger traveler. Driving for me, I can drive. Let me clarify, I can drive. I don't want people thinking I don't know how to drive. I can drive. I have my driver's license. I just freaking hate it. I hate it. Iceland, ooh, Iceland is so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. I saw you comment, Vaughn, on the other day for your tarot reading. 2 years. It's crazy, right? It's crazy how much time has gone by, Vaughn. How much has changed since in those 2 years, right? It's so, it's cool to think about. It's really cool to think about. But yeah, Iceland, I would love to do Iceland. Iceland is so gorgeous. I want to, like, once I'm in Iceland, I know this is probably going to sound vain, but I don't care. Like, Iceland, I just want to take so many gorgeous photos. And, like, like, that's the thing, too. Like, I love photography. I love doing my version of self-portraits. And so I would love to just be able to travel. That's why I like doing hotels, because it's like I can take, it's like a new setting for me to just do, like, a little self-portrait. But yeah, I just want to be able to do all of that, right? You want to lie in the snow and watch the aurora for your birthday, then hit up the geothermals. Ooh, that's a nice bucket list. You know, I should develop a bucket list for myself. That's something I've never thought about doing. I've always just kind of had like the I never like officially like have like made like a manifestation board or like a vision board of like the places, the things that I want to do, or the places that I want to travel. I have like immediate goals that I want to accomplish, but nothing like I've never had like a specific thing that I've wanted to do. The one thing that I let me not. I won't vocalize that right now, but y'all will see it eventually. All right, y'all. So it's been almost an hour and a half. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I think I'm gonna close this out though, just because I want to get to some recording. Because I did promise you guys I want to do some pick cards. I want to do some spiritual videos. There's a lot that like I want to do, but I promise you guys I'm gonna be doing more live streams, and I'm not gonna like tell you guys and promise you guys that there'll be another live stream tonight, but don't be surprised if you see like a notification of being like SimplyVelca has gone live, because I might just like randomly pop in during the nighttime where I can like turn on the lights and we can just like vibe and hang out and just talk away, chat away a little bit without the tarot. I'm gonna be honest, like it's not, if you're coming wanting to just come in for a tarot reading later on, like ain't gonna happen. If I turn on a live stream later, it's just gonna be us like chit chatting. Different setting as well, because I'll be able to like finish putting up this ivy, this fake ivy that looks pretty bad right now without it set up, but like I might do another live stream later tonight so we can chit chat some more, because it's so nice to be able to just talk to you guys. I really like this. It truly is like my favorite part of YouTube, is like being able to just like turn on a live stream and just like talk to y'all, because it's just like, as I always said, especially in the past like few years, like the past few years for me have been just extremely lonely. Like I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any family that lived next to me or near me at all. Really no one to talk to. And so you guys always have been like my I've been very lucky and very blessed in terms of being able to just like have you guys to talk to. So it's like Yeah, I'm always grateful for being able to just like sit and chit chat with you guys. And so, and truly, if I could, like, I mean, I guess I technically could. Like, there's probably gonna be some point where I just do like a 24-hour live stream, darling. But let me end this live stream now because I'm, as my per usual, on brand for me. I'm always very long-winded, aren't I? Right? I always like to say and speak a lot and take forever and getting my point across, like right now, huh? But yeah, as I said, Be Familiar reminded me I'm going to be doing a new moon video tonight, so y'all can probably anticipate that tomorrow. But I also did the, if y'all haven't caught it yet, I uploaded the weeklies for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So you'll have those to be checking out as well. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will be connecting with you guys at the very least tomorrow because I'll be doing another live stream tomorrow. Ooh, I'm spoiling you guys. But yeah, bye y'all.